Hiya, welcome to another Yoga with Julie. Today I am doing this yoga class from my garden. I hope when I move backwards the light's going to be okay. So find a nice comfortable seated position and come and join me there. So I'm sat on a zafu cushion. I want you to find whatever seated position feels good for you. And just sit up nice and tall. Make sure your sit bones are connected down, whether it's on the floor, on the mat, on a block, on a seat, whatever. Just bring your awareness inwards. And if you haven't already done so, just gently closing your eyes and just checking in with yourself and how you're breathing. And if it feels okay for you, let us breathe in and out through your nose. Don't try and change the breath. Just observe how it is. And once we're connecting into that breathing, just sway gently from side to side, feeling your spine moving. And I want you to have a sensation like the spine is lifting, like growing. A nice way to visualize that is to imagine a little thread starting from your tailbone, going all the way up through the spine, up and out through the neck, through the crown of the head, and all the way up, in this case, to the ceiling, to the sky. And then bring your awareness to the shoulders, just ensure they're relaxed and down. Maybe just bring a gentle lift to the corners of your mouth. And I'd like you to start counting the breath. So find a count that works for you. I find maybe usually starting off the count of 3 or 4 is good. Inhale, whatever count you've chosen. Just pause for a moment and then exhale the breath out for the same amount of time. So I'm going to use a count 4. So inhaling on 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause and then exhale on 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Inhaling on 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause, and exhaling on 4, 3, 2, 1. So continue with that flow of the breath. You're looking for the breath to be steady, rhythmical, and easy as you can. I want you to place your hand on your heart when you're breathing. I want you to imagine that you're drawing the breath in through the heart. And as you exhale, the breath leaves the body through the heart. This is a fantastic way of grounding yourself, taking yourself out of any thinking or any energy that might be making you feel tired. It's really great when you want to bring some focus to your mind and just relax. It's a really powerful breath at the moment. I'm using it a lot. So just continue in your own time. Imagine the breath breathing in through the heart. Allow the breath to nourish you and then exhale back out through the heart. And then just allow both hands to rest nice and easy on the knees and the back. And just notice how you feel. Maybe it's the first time you've really checked in with yourself today. Just notice what your body is trying to tell you. You've still got something trying to distract you in your mind, but just tell yourself that you wait until you finish your time for yourself in this yoga. If it's important, you can pick it up. arms down by the sides. Inhale, lifting the arms up, chin up, and exhale, bring your hands to prayer position. Let's do that again. Reach fingertips out to the side. Inhale, gather the energy up. Imagine you're holding all of energy in your hands, and then exhale, bring that energy down. Use that nice rhythmic breathing. Inhale, take the breath wide, reaching up, look up if you want to, and exhale, taking your hands down. Inhale, scooping the energy up. This time, allow your right hand to come to your left knee, your left hand goes behind, and exhale, just gently twist. Inhale, bring the arms back up, turn the body center, exhale, hand to the right knee, left hand goes behind, so right hand goes behind. And let's do that again. Inhale, floating the arms up, exhale, right hand to left knee, looking over the shoulders. Inhale, coming up, and exhale. And just do that twice more in your own time. Keep focused on the sit bones, staying grounded to the earth. Make sure you're not cranking your neck round or your head round. Start moving to be easy, and just slowly opening up through the heart center. Try and coordinate your breath with your movement. Inhaling as arms come up. Exhale as you move into your toes. And then allow your arms to return to center. And just notice how you're feeling. And if you've sat on a block or on a cushion like I am, just move it out of the way. And we're just going to bring the legs out in front of us slightly. Grasp the ankle. Bend your knees. Take your fingertips behind you. I'm going to inhale, lift into the chest. So my knees are together and my feet are together. That's okay for you. My fingertips are pointing towards my bottom, and I'm lifting the chest up and forwards. Imagine you're squeezing the pencil between your shoulder blades. And then inhale, lifting up and forwards. Exhale, just allow yourself to melt over your legs and give yourself a breath. Feel your belly expanding into your thighs. Good, and then inhale, sliding back up nice and tall. Take the fingertips behind you, open your chest, and hold here and breathe. Really lift into the chest as much as you can. And exhale, melting forward. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And then I'd like you to come onto all fours. I'm going to face you, just so you can see my leg position. So my knees are directly under my hips, my wrists are directly under my shoulders. Mix this if it's not comfortable for your wrists to stay there. And I'm going to extend my left leg out to the side. And we're going to point the fingertips out to the short edge of the mat. And then just push your bottom back slightly because it probably will have come forwards. So you want your hip in line with your ankle. And then from here, we're going to take our left hand up towards the sky or the ceiling, reaching up. And then exhale, placing that hand back down. Bring the left knee in, extend the right leg out to the side, toes pointing outwards. And again, inhale, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, coming back down. I'm going to turn back round for you so you can feel it, and we're just going to come and rest in child's pose. So remember, if child's pose isn't comfortable for you, you can always use a cushion, pop it under your bottom. So you practically bring the floor up to you. You can always make fists with your hands if your head doesn't want to go to the floor, or you could rest on a block or a cushion. So you can just extend the arms out if that's good for you, and allow your body to melt towards the floor. So lots of options. So wherever you find yourself today, just embrace what's there in the space that's inviting you in. Don't force it. Good, and then coming back up onto all fours. I'm going to take a couple of cat-cows here. So inhale, climb the belly to side towards the earth. Those up, exhale, push into the earth. Arch up through the spine. Really visualize a cat. Make sure that the tops of the feet and the legs are pushing into the earth as well. Inhale, relaxing as you allow the belly to sag. Shoulders to the back. Exhale, push into the hands. Push the legs down into the earth. So you're using all the energy from the earth to push up as high as you can. And reverse. Finding that nice rich breath. Visualizing it breathing in and out through the heart. And then coming back to forward. Good. And this time we're going to go into some balancing. So you're going to extend your right leg out behind you. I want you to imagine you're pushing your foot against the wall. The heel of the foot isn't really higher than your buttock. Okay, if that feels steady for you, you might want to extend your left arm out in front of you, thumb pointing up. Face is looking down at the mat, so you've got nice length through the back of the spine. Keep drawing the navel to your spine. Exhale, lower the hand down, lower that right arm down. Take it to the other side. So extend out through the left leg, like we're pushing against the wall. Feel your core muscles engaging, and then if it's okay for you, extending that right arm out in front of you, right thumb pointing up, facing, looking at the mat. Nice rhythmic breathing. Good. Place the hand down, place the knee down. Okay, so you can repeat that, or if you want a little bit more of a core workout, we're going to extend the right leg out behind you again. Left arm comes up, and as you exhale, you're going to draw your knee to the opposite elbow, extending out, and exhale, taking that knee to the elbow, elbow to knee. We're going to do 4 times on each side. Try and keep the hips level. Make sure the face stays looking down at the earth. Use the power of your leg pushing into the earth to rebound and find that strength in your core. Right leg comes down, left leg goes out behind you, right arm in front of you. Then you can stay with this option if that's where you are today, or you can stay here if you want a little bit more. Start the abdominal work, elbow to knee. Exhale as you come in, inhale as you extend out. Find that nice, even breath. One more. Place the hand down, place the knee down, and just take a moment in extended child's pose. So I'm going to take my knees apart this time, keep my feet together, so I've got more space for the belly to draw through. Remember your options, pushing under your bottom, make fists with your hands. Find some ease and length. With your hand, keep wiggling your fingers forward, so you're really stretching, opening up through the chest. Good, and then inhale, and back up into the pause. We're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to bring our bottom back to our heels, and then lift up into your down dog. So just pedaling the feet one at a time towards the earth. So really draw your navel to your spine here. Feel yourself nice and engaged through your core throughout all your movements. And then we're going to slowly walk our feet towards our hands. When your feet come as far forward as they can, you can bring your hands back to your feet, hold your elbows, and rest in that forward bend. Just have a little bend in the knees, try and engage your rib cage onto your thighs so your lower back can really release and let go. And make sure you're not sitting back in the heels of your feet. You want the weight nice and evenly distributed throughout your feet. If it feels okay for you, you might want to straighten the legs. Just go with what feels good for you today. And allow those arms to hang, and then inhale, we're slowly going to roll up. All the way standing. Take your arms wide, reach up, imagine that ball of energy, scoot through your hands and exhale, take that energy down into your heart. And just take a couple of breaths here. Step to the front of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart. So remember, hip distance apart is about a fist's distance between your feet. Good. And then from here, we're going to take a nice, easy, I'm going to flat version for a minute. A nice, easy sun salutation. So inhale, take the arms wide, reach up, and look up. Exhale, bend your knees as you come into forward fold. Hands come towards the earth. Fingertips, palms, whatever's good for you. Inhale, take the hands onto the shins, lengthen the spine. You want to imagine a nice long spine, crown of the head through to the tailbone, and then exhale back into your forward bend. So we're going to exhale, step back into just a full forward position. So the knees are a little bit set back from the hips, and then you're going to lower down to the earth. So try and keep your elbows in and come all the way down. Inhale, taking a cobra position. So a gentle lift through the front of the body. I'm pushing down through the tops of the feet and my legs, lifting and opening the chest. And then exhale, push back into extended child's pose. Now your choice here, if you want to go straight into the down dog, please go. Or you can take a few breaths here. Find that nice rhythmic breathing in and out through the heart. Good. And then inhale, coming back towards forward. So you're going to place your left leg through between your hands. Remember, you can pick your foot up and place it there. And then step your right foot through to meet the left. You're back in your forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands into your shins. And exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, take the arms wide, reach up, look up. And exhale, ahead. Take a couple of rhythmic breaths in and out through the heart center. Notice how you feel. And let's go again. Inhale, scoop that energy wide. Feel like you've got a ball of energy in your hands. Exhale, you bring it into your heart center and down into your forward bend. It doesn't matter how bent your knees are or how straight they are, as long as you're bringing yourself forwards. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale. So your choice. You can go back into that slightly off-centered knee forward, or you can step back into a plank position like now. Bring your plank toes, make sure you bring your navel up and pushing up through the upper body, pushing down into the earth. So choices here, you can bring your knees down, or if you're comfortable, you can do a full push-up position. Lowering all the way down to the earth, elbows in. Inhale, lift and open the chest, cobra. Maybe go a little bit deeper this time. And then exhale, your choice. Extended child's pose, or you can go into your down dog position. Take some nice, rhythmic, deep breaths. Visualize that breath coming in and out of the heart center. And then when you're ready, inhale, you're in your child's pose, come back into your pause, and then step one leg forwards, followed by the other leg. Go back into your lengthened position here, and then exhale, bring your head towards your knees. Inhale, take the arms wide, reach up, feel that ball of energy, and exhale, square, thumbs on your sternum or your breastbone. Reconnect your nice, even breath. your side. So from here, you're going to step to your right, I'm going to step to my left. So I'm going to turn my left toes out, and I'm going to turn my right toes in. You're going to turn your right toes out and your left toes in. Bring your hands onto your hips, you can feel your hip bones pointing forwards. And from here, we're just going to bend into that left knee, and then we're going to take our arms straight up to warrior two position. So you can see here, I'm just sensing how I'm feeling today. So I'm slowly extending out through that left knee, so I get into a nice deep bend that feels good for me. So I'm making sure my knee stays over my ankle, it doesn't go over my toes. Take your arms out, keep your hips coming forwards. So the tailbone's drawing down. It's like you're lifting the tailbone up towards your ribcage. Extend that tailbone until your knees feel steady. Then put your right arm forwards and then draw it back. Nothing like you've got a bow and arrow. You're drawing it back. And then exhale, bring the arm forward again. Inhale, reaching the energy back to that right arm. And then straighten that front leg. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out. Try and keep your arms up if you can. Give your arms a nice workout. And then bending into your left knee. So same thing here, just adjusting, making sure you feel like you're in a nice position where you're getting a nice stretch through the inside of this hip here. And you're opening the pelvis forwards, tailbone's going down. Keeping the arms out, looking over that left hand. Allow your gaze to be steady, your breath to be nice and easy. And then when you're ready, drawing that right arm forwards for you. Drawing the energy back through the arm, across the chest, and back out behind you. Bring the right arm forwards. Allow it to stroke all the way up the arm. And taking the arm behind you. And hold there again, just for a couple more breaths. I'm smiling because the birds are singing. I hope you can hear that. I'm really lucky. Feel very grateful at the moment to live right next to the countryside and to have a nice space for the children to play. So you'll have noticed there I've brought my toes forwards. And again, I'm still thinking about my energy lifting forwards through the pelvis and up. So just take a moment just to squeeze your buttocks. So you can feel when you squeeze the buttocks, the hips feel supported to open. So I don't necessarily want you to squeeze the buttocks, but I want you to have a sensation of the hips coming forwards. And then softly bend your knees and you're going to come into a forward fold. Hands down your hips. You're going to come halfway down. So I want you to imagine there's a cord going out through your tailbone and all the way out through the crown of the head. And you're just going to hold here. Draw your navel up to your spine. So gravity wants to take you down, but you're pulling away. You're lifting up. You're using the power in your legs. Engaging those feet. Lift the toes. If this gets too much at any point, just feel free to come back up and take a breath and then come back down. And then place your left hand onto the earth and allow your right hand to come into your lower back. And if that feels stable for you, just allow yourself to turn and look over that right shoulder. And if you want to, you can take that right arm up to the sky or up to the ceiling. I'm going to straighten my legs here, but you do whatever feels good for you. You can always keep the hand on the lower back. And you can always keep the face looking down at the earth if that's too much in your neck. So choose whatever options are good for you. And then exhale, allow the right hand to come back down, place it where the left hand was, and then inhale, take the left hand to the lower back first. So it really helps here, because you can use the hand to stabilize the pelvis, make sure it's not swinging, stays nice and grounded, nice and square to the earth, and then inhale, turning, looking over that left shoulder. If you want to, you can take that left arm up towards the sky or to the ceiling, lifting out, breathing, nice even breath. And then exhale, bring both hands down. And just take a moment here to walk the hands in underneath you as much as you can. Don't be eager to get the legs straight. Rather you keep your knees bent, so you've really got a connection of that lower back releasing as much as you can. So just walk your hands underneath you as much as feels good for you, and allow the crown of the head to be heavy. Imagine you've got eyes in the crown of your head and they're looking down towards the earth. Good. Inhale, coming back up halfway. Take your hands back onto your hips, soften your knees, and inhale, coming all the way back up and stepping back to the front of your mat. Take your hands to prayer position. I'm going to turn to face you, but you stay at the front end of your mat. Find that nice rhythmic breathing again. It's so calming and centering. Really good for concentration and focus. Good. So just allow your feet to be hip distance apart. And we're going to take a balance. We're going to take the eagle pose. So I'm going to ask you to bend your knees softly. Just allow your arms to be down by your sides. And you're going to cross your right foot over your left, or your right knee over your left. So you want the knees to cross if you can, or the legs to cross above the knee. So this is as good a position as anywhere to start here. Tendency here will be the hips will swing off to the side. I want you to try and keep those hips pointing forwards towards me. You may find this is nice and pretty comfortable for you, in which case bend your knees a little bit more and see if you can hook your foot around the back of the other leg. Notice my hips want to swing away at that point, so I have to dial them back forwards. Okay, just place your hands on your hips wherever you are. So you might be balanced just onto the toes, or you've got the foot hooked round, and just bend a little bit more. And then bring your arms up in front of you. Allow your left arm to cross over your right. And if you can, bring your hands round together. So a lot of people find this quite difficult to do. So maybe you could just hold the thumb, or you can just keep the hands back to back. But if you can, bring the palms of the hands onto each other and then lift the elbows as high as you can so you get a nice stretch through the back of the shoulders, and keep bending into that leg. Probably feel your legs burning a bit now. So just hold this as long as you can. Again, another great pose for focus and concentration. Nice even breath in and out through the heart center. Good, and then to come out, uncross your arms, unwind your legs, and shake out your legs. That's quite a lot of weight going down through that left leg there. Good, and then transfer the weight to the right foot. So remember your options, bending the knee, crossing if you can above the knees, and then either holding here, balanced here. Make sure the hips stay forward. You can pull that other foot behind. Bring your arms up in front of you. This time, right arm goes over the left. Bring your hands together, whatever way feels good for you, and then lift the elbows up so as high as your shoulders. You get a really nice stretch there through the back of the shoulder blades. Keep bending into that supporting leg. Good. And then to come out, uncross the arms. Uncross your legs, shake your legs out. Great. And then we're going to come back down to our mats, and we're going to do a few back bends before we come into a relaxation. So I want you to take this nice and easy. We're going to do a very gentle Ustrasana or camel pose. I'm going to have my toes pointed up. Sorry, my heels and my feet pointing up even. I've got a block here, and I'm going to pop it between my legs or between my feet. But you can have something a bit higher there if that's better for you. So it's a little bit higher than the heels of my feet, just to make it nice and easy to start off with. So we're going to keep the hips pushing forward. I want you to imagine you're pushing your hips into a wall, and bring your hands onto your lower back. So hands, palms facing forwards onto your lower back, lifting up through the chest. So imagine you're using your hands to almost lift, if you can see that, through the heart center, coming forwards. And then if it feels okay for you, I want you to reach back with your right hand and see if you can feel the heel of your right foot, or whatever you've placed there. It might be better actually if you've got a block to place it on the outside of your foot. So that's nice and easy, opening up through the back. But if you can reach the heel of the foot, great. And then if that feels really supported through your lower back, you might want to lift your left arm up to the ceiling. or to the sky, which is lovely and blue, and reaching up. Keep driving the hips forwards. So tendency will be you want to come back like this, which is great if you want a quad stretch, but I really want you to get into a sense of opening up through the chest and through the back, ready for your back, for any back bends you might like to do. Good, and then bring that hand back down to the lower back to support you as you lift back up. Okay, so move your block or whatever you've got to the other side. Place both hands onto the lower back, pushing, driving the hips forward, opening through the heart center. Use your hands like you're trying to lift the energy up, and then place your left hand back either onto the heel of your foot or onto your block, and then if it's okay, drive your right hand up towards the sky. Good. Place the right hand back onto your lower back and bring the left hand back and coming all the way up. So we're just going to take a child's pose for a moment just to release out that lower back. So bring your bottom back onto your heels and extending out. Take some nice deep breaths. And then coming back up again. So just notice how your lower back feels. That might be enough. If you'd like a little bit more, there's an option here. So I'm going to have the heels of my feet up again. Hands to my lower back. Keep driving the hips forwards. And then bring the right hand down. And if you can, bring the left hand down as well. You want the fingertips on the insides of your feet so you can really open up through the shoulders. And then if it's okay for you, you can drop the head back. And breathe. Notice where the breath is. So here it's really nice to focus on breathing in now through the heart centers lifted. Try and relax your bottom. Tendency will be to tense it. You want to try and relax it to release the tailbone to not bring in any unnecessary tension into the lower back. Good, and then to come out, place your hands onto your hips. Inhale, coming up, and exhale. Let's just take an extended child's pose. Reaching the arms out in front of you. And releasing that lower back. And then walking your hands into towards you. You're going to extend your legs out in front of you. We're just going to take a forward fold before we come and lie down in relaxation. So I always like to start by getting that connection of your ribs onto your thighs so you can really release into your forward fold. And if you can, cross your arms over and connect round the edges of your feet. So your fingertips go under your feet like you're pulling your feet in towards you. And notice if you can pull your feet in towards you, it immediately makes you lift and open the chest and find that space between your shoulder blades. And then very slowly you can push the heels of the feet away from you. And rather than focusing on your forward bend, you're focusing on your heart center, lifting forwards. When you've gone as far as you can, just allow your head to relax. So you might find you're here, nice and back. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you feel a stretch in your hamstrings and backs of the legs. But if you are more flexible and can get into a forward fold, it just helps you keep your alignment nice and open with the heart center coming forwards. And you can always relax your hands down if you want to. Keep the feet nice and active, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Good, and then inhale, allowing the arms to come back up. And two options here. We're going to take our fingertips behind you. You can walk your feet in towards you and push your hips towards the sky. Take a tabletop pose. Keep drawing your abdomen in, or your abdominal muscles in towards your ribcage, and allow your head just to float back. You're looking straight up, and try not to lose my sunglasses, which I forgot were on my head. Or if you want a bit more of an advanced pose, you can keep the legs straight, point the toes, and you want to point the toes down to the mat. My hands are in slightly the wrong position. I'm going to step a bit behind me. And then lift and open the chest, push the feet into the floor, keep lifting the hips high. There go my sunglasses. I'm still smiling though. Keep lifting open through the chest. And then exhale, lower that down. And I'd like you just to check in with yourself. Always find it doesn't matter who's teaching you. It's always good to check in with yourself before you lie down for relaxation. So when I go into relaxation, I sometimes like to bring my knees to my chest, give myself a hug, just release off any last bits of tension in the lower back. Or sometimes it would be nice just to windscreen wipe your legs. And then when you feel ready, your choice, keep the knees bent with the feet nice and wide apart and the palms facing up to the sky or the ceiling. Or you can extend your legs out nice and wide so the heels of the feet are as wide apart as your mat, and just allow your toes to roll out to the side. And if you haven't already done so, just closing your eyes. And I really hope that you can hear all the birds singing around me as you go into your relaxation. And I'm going to guide you for a gentle relaxation now. As you lie here, breathing in and out through your nose, just check in with your body, starting at the heels of your feet, working your way up your legs, up through your hips, all the way up through your abdomen, through the spine, all the way up through the ribs and the chest, down your arms, all the way up through your neck and your throat, through your face and all the way up to your head and on the back of your neck. And just start to feel a wave of relaxation washing over you. See if you can tune in to your heart beating in your chest. Don't worry if you can't feel it. Maybe you can feel a pulsing through your fingers or through your legs. Just notice if you can tune into your own inner movement in your body. And once again, focusing on your heart center. I'd like you to start visualizing the colour green, really clear, vibrant green emanating from your chest area. The colour of your heart chakra, the anahata chakra. And as you pay attention to the colour green, just feel it filling your whole chest, radiating that lovely, vibrant colour. If you relax. If you'd like to, I'd invite you just to think about maybe someone that's really special to you that you're not able to see at this time, that you'd like to send some good thoughts to. You'd like to tell them how much you love them. And I want you to imagine a thread of green light coming from your chest, from your heart to theirs. And allow that thread of love to connect you. And in your own mind, just think of something you'd like to tell them. bring that awareness back to yourself, that thread of green light coming back to your center, to your heart. And just take a moment to appreciate yourself. Thank to yourself, the love to yourself. Maybe you have a message to yourself. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be loved. It's your choice. You may wish to continue lying here, relaxing in your own space. If you wish to come out, then please do so. Be really gentle with yourself.